Hello and welcome to the second part of blending modes, in which I'm going to apply the same effects of last lesson, but this time with color. So, so to what we're seeing right now, the only thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use the same filters we were using before, with the only difference in that I'm going to use different colors, a bit more random, so you can see the results. You can also include whatever you want to use. So I'm going to hit Control U. And from that, I'm going to take a light base color to apply the effects of multiply, screen, overlay, and color for you to see the differences when you already have a colored illustration that has all the layers and tones that you want. So you know you can use these filters in case you want to give a special touch to your work. You can also find a series of illustrations on the internet that can help you look for. What I'm trying to say is that you can also find some grayscale illustrations or pictures on the internet, so you can use them with these colors to practice. Or I don't know, maybe if you have an illustration of yours that you want to practice with, so you can work with a copy or even take some kind of image and convert it to grayscale and practice with it. And if you can't, you can always work directly with a color, but obviously the course is not about this, so you should try at least. I'm also eager to see the projects that you come up with after seeing my lessons. So, and last, I wanted to clarify that what's left is something a bit quicker to explain, and we're going to get into it. So, I just wanted to make it clear. So, in case that you have any doubt or such, you can leave your question in the forum so I can answer you as fast as I can. So that's basically it. Photoshop just froze a bit, so sorry if there's a cut or a jump, but well, this sometimes happens with the program, and I can't do anything about it. But I think there's going to be a jump. There it is, the first part. Multiply, what I just did was basically pick a slightly darker color than the blue it already has, and I just put some darkness in the zone, and this is the result. That purple brightness was made by the effect, just by passing the brush there, because there was a light zone underneath it, so Photoshop just interpreted that way. As you can see, I used this bluish tone on these balls, and what I'm doing now with the screen effect on Photoshop is to enlighten the second ball. So I'm picking some yellow and red tones in order to give a warmer brightness to the ball. You can play with the eraser to make some zones have some shadows more defined than others, and other zones have some highlights more defined than others. Okay? So you can use both a diffused edge eraser and an eraser with more defined edges and alternate them. And as I was saying in the previous lesson, you can also add those light points with a low opacity brush or something like that to achieve that effect. Next, we have overlay on the third ball. We have it colored already, and what overlay does, as I was saying, is give a special saturation to the object you're applying it to. I'm going to create a third layer. I'm going to apply overlay, and we're going to adjust the layer for it to have the mentioned features. So I select the balls, I select the blue tone of the ball, and increasing the size of the brush, you can see that what overlay does is to saturate somehow distinctively the drawing we're working on. It all depends on the zone from which you select the color. If, for example, we select this one here, we know it will result in a more violet color. See how it's changing? It's all a matter of keep trying depending on the blending mode we want to use and get to know its features in order to apply them later on our illustration. And last we have color, which is basically choosing the color and applying it as we see fit because there's not much mystery in it. So I'll see you in the next lesson.